So I just got back from my first solo vacation of my entire life. Like this is my first vacation without like any type of parental figures or like supervisors or anything like that. I just came back from my first trip and I want to talk about some of the things that it taught me and some of the things that I'm feeling after the trip. Let me just give you some background on me, okay? Whenever I have like life changing or like super life defining experiences, it literally just changed the way I think about life and I just literally just want to just change how I'm going about things every single time. I think that's why sometimes I like avoid those type of events because I hate always feeling like I need to change something about my life. I hate the feeling sometimes, but I also love it. So it's a love-hate relationship that I'm trying to figure out, but it's a part of my life. First of all, I went to Paris and Hamburg, Germany, and took like a little day trip to Lubeck, Germany. And Paris was Paris was something. It was interesting. I feel like you hear a lot about Paris. You like get this like romanticized idea about it. And Paris is definitely like I love the architecture in Paris. That's something that really stood out to me. But it definitely was a little underwhelming at first because I don't know, I expected like magic. I expected some magic to come out of the airport as soon as I walked out. And that just wasn't the case. And also, some of the people there were like a little rude. I don't know if it was because I was kind of acting a fool, but it probably was. But the thing is, what made Paris special was the people I went to Paris with. Okay, I went to Paris with a group of my friends. Right, they're all my friends. We're all friends from high school, things like that. Right, and we just decided we were gonna go back to We're gonna go to Paris and go back to Hamburg, Germany, because most of us had went to Hamburg before for like a foreign exchange program. Right. So what made Paris actually magical is really just enjoying the time with those people and just becoming so much closer over the span of those days. Like we became like a literal family over those days. It's honestly insane. Like we had people cooking breakfast, cooking dinner. We had people cleaning dishes. We out taking out trash. Like it was just it felt like we were like an aesthetic family, bro. It just felt so. I don't know if I was the only one that felt this on the trip, but it just felt so perfect. Even when we had our little drama here and there, it felt perfect to me. So my food experience in Paris is a little funny because you expect when people go out the country, right? You expect them to go out and just try like foods of that culture, right? And that is exactly what I planned on. Well, we all planned on doing, but it's not exactly what happened. When we got to Paris, we literally were just eating mostly American food. I don't think I had a croissant or a baguette the entire time, and I'm really disappointed about that. Like, how do you go to Paris and not have a croissant or a baguette? How do you go to Paris and not have those things? It feels like a cardinal sin. Like, we ate McDonald's like 2 or 3 times. We had Domino's, Subway, Five Guys. Like, are we serious right now? We go to Paris and we literally only ate American food. It's crazy. The few Parisian type things that we did eat were so gas. I wish we would have had more of it. So my advice to anyone who's like going to like any place out the country, actually try the food of the place that you're going to be. Don't just eat American food, please. Now let me get to like the scenery and just the aesthetic of everything. Paris was visually beautiful to me because I noticed the architecture like right off the rip. I love the architecture, like the old, like not old, but like classic. It felt classic. That's the best word for it. It felt lived in, but still beautiful enough for it to be appreciated. It was just like, it was the perfect feeling of like the architecture. Okay, it was literally perfect. And obviously, I saw things like the Eiffel Tower. That was just like the Eiffel Tower is a lot bigger in person than you would think. I thought it was gonna be big, pause, but I just didn't think it would be, as big as it is, pause again, right? And it was like an actual tower. And it was like standing up close to it, it's like, geez, bro, this is crazy. I'm actually standing next to the Eiffel Tower. You know what I mean? Like, the Eiffel Tower is like probably the most talked about structure ever, bro, ever. And then I saw like the Arc de Triomphe or whatever, however you say it. That was amazing. Saw the Notre Dame, everything, bro. All the like the monuments and things like that were just stunning to look at, bro. And see, me, since I become like an appreciator of like aesthetics and just how things look, I absolutely love that. Took a lot of pictures on my digital camera, my freaking iPad, and my phone, bro. All the pictures. I'm gonna try to insert some like up here in the video for y'all to see. But yeah, everything was just so chef's kiss. That was beautiful. That was the best part of it to me. Now, when you're traveling with a group of people, you have to be ready for there to be like drama in certain areas. You have to be ready for that. I feel like that's with whoever you travel with. There's gonna be some type of drama, some type of like tension at times. It's not gonna be all perfect rainbows and glitter all the time, no matter how much you want it to be. So I feel like us being able to navigate that like drama that we had with certain people and just things like people having riffs with each other and just things like that, us being able to navigate that and still have a successful trip honestly just shows a lot of maturity I didn't think we was gonna have. Like especially at the age that we're at, like in the 19, 20-year old, 18 to 20-year-old range, it's like that's like prime drama, bro. You know there's gonna be some type of drama. So I'm proud of us for being able to navigate through that and still enjoy each other and enjoy the trip, bro. Because I feel like if we would have let the drama just tear everything down, then it would have just ruined the trip. But we didn't let that happen. We locked in with life and we had a great trip. So I feel like if you're going with a group of people, you have to be cognizant and conscious and intentional about wanting to enjoy the trip and not wanting to let anything get in the way of that. If you let something get in the way of that, that's your fault, bro. You can't let anything get in the way of your trip and enjoying your trip, bro. Like, I know there's gonna be things that happen with people. You're not gonna be agreeing with people on everything, but you have to still have fun. You still have to realize that you're out the country. You're out the country. You can't let nobody just taint your view of the trip when you look back on it. Cause like, dang man, I wish I would have enjoyed this more. I was too busy arguing with so and so and so and so. Right? You can't let that happen. If you let that happen, I'm gonna be mad at you. I don't want to be mad at you, man. So listen to what I'm saying right here. Enjoy the time outside the country. Don't let nobody affect it. Nobody. Enjoy your time, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, this is your trip too. It's not just their trip. Enjoy it. So if anything that Paris taught me, bro, is just to just travel. Travel with your friends. Travel with your friends. That's what I want to do, is travel with my friends. Like this group that I just traveled with, I would travel with them again. Despite any drama that we had, I would still travel with them again. Because I feel like it was the perfect mix of personalities and just like we had everybody, we all had a sense of humor in a way. So that was good. Not everybody had like a stick up their butt, things like that. I feel like we all meshed well. Our personalities meshed well. It was just a perfect mix of people. We all liked each other in a way. All right, let me stop that. But yeah, we all liked each other in a way, and we meshed so well. I feel like, and I would travel with this exact same group of people anywhere, bro. I feel like we can handle anything. We can take on the world. No girl meets world. No boy meets world, bro. Yeah, let me stop talking. But yeah, it was just a great experience. So if I have any advice, travel with the people that you want to travel with. Don't just go someplace. If you want to travel with people, pose a trip. Throw a trip idea out there. I'm gonna start doing that now. I'm gonna start, really getting on my grind and really, trying to get like consistent good bread so I can be able to travel with the people that I want to travel with and not have to like overly think about like a crazy budget and things like that. I want to be able to enjoy my trips even more, right? So that's what this year about. Is about traveling and traveling with the people I want to travel with. So that's my advice to anybody watching this video. Travel with the people that you want to travel with and go to the places that you want to go, and don't let anybody ruin your experience when you're traveling. Please travel, enjoy it, and enjoy it with the people that you enjoy. All right? And that's my rant for today. I got some more stuff to talk about on this trip, but yeah, that's it for now. Smiley out, bruh.